everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm your resident psychotherapist, Tom Stevens, here to break down lyrics to a request directly from the very top tier of our Patreon page. The inner circle, we call it. They get requests every single month, and I get to react to them. Josh, you are up today. First of all, thanks so much for being a part of Reaction Therapy and supporting our mission to spread mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics. And Josh, secondly, thanks for letting me get to know you over the past year. It has been great. I've loved talking to you and getting your requests, which have been crazy good. And today is no different. You've selected Ren, Sick Boy. I cannot wait to get into this. More Ren. Here we go. Josh, thanks so much. If you want more content and live streams and stuff like Josh has gotten, go to Patreon or YouTube. The memberships are out there. The content is there. And also, we have a new podcast channel, the Reaction Therapy Podcast, out on YouTube. Go subscribe today. We interview artists. We talk about mental health. Mental health matters. But without further ado, it's time for Ren, Sick Boy.
Thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here,
You see how he just, all of a sudden, he was showing, you could hear the emotion in his body and what he's going through. And then all of a sudden, when she said, thanks for coming in today, he just kind of went into a different mode. Wow, this is like a real session.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
It's like just, especially if you hadn't heard of the trauma response, exactly what you want to hear, right? Is all these psychobabble terms that don't make any sense. And it is a lot to take in. And he's sitting there smoking a cigarette, just trying to cope and maintain. And it's like, oh, all this is wrong with me now, which really the trauma response is just your body's way of alerting you and protecting you, honestly, from what's going on. It's like shock, when you get into an accident and you're bleeding and you don't feel it. Your body actually can protect you at times. So a trauma response lets you see something that alerts you to a reminder from the past. Something else has happened before. If you have a trauma response and I'm with you and I don't, it's realistically because I haven't had the same experience you did that triggered that. And it could be a sound. It could be something you see. It can be something you feel. It can be a situation you're in, somebody's voice, their body language, a place that you're at, so many different things that can trigger that trauma response. But she just babbled out a whole bunch of words, and now he's back there all by himself. I am super excited today to have as our sponsor of this video, BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it is 100% online. There are over 25,000 therapists on BetterHelp's network, and they have a variety of skills and personalities for you to choose from. BetterHelp is there to help you with anxiety, depression, stress. I have to tell you, I've even tried BetterHelp myself because there's no way I'm going to advertise a promotion without doing it myself. So I went in, I became a client, and actually loved the person I got connected with. And I loved my experience, the stress, the anxiety of being a therapist, of running a YouTube channel, of raising children. And I just put it out there and tried. And it was a great experience for me. So it would be really good for you to try it today because it is worth getting help for yourself. I wear it on my shirt all the time, right? Mental health matters. And it will help you stay balanced in life and do the best you can to be the best you can. All you have to do is be able to answer a few questions. You log in, you answer a few questions about your preferences, what's going on with you, the people that you might be interested in working with. Then you get connected with a therapist. And after that, you get to talk, you get to text. You get to chat online if you'd like. You do a video call if you like. You can even message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. And if you don't like the therapist you're connected with, you know what you do? You just switch to another one. It's phenomenal. You get the same professionalism online as you would in an office with skilled therapists to help you. You can go to the description and betterhelp.com/reaction therapy. You can go there, 10% off your first month. You don't want to miss this offer. I tried it. You should try it. Let me know what you think, and I can't wait to see your experience. Thank you again to BetterHelp for being a sponsor of this video.
Our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Whoa. So that's the same person with the pig face from the High Ren video, like it was attacking him and cutting him at the throat. Just the things in the mind. There we go.
Sick boy, bitten by.
Love it how focused he gets. Like, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on inside here. Got to hear this.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy. Looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn cell. Poster boy, pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy.
Do you see how she's just sitting there, just kind of taking notes, not really affected? I try in my office as a therapist to put my pad down a lot of the time and pen. I try to write things that are like, I need to remember, like dates and certain people, but try to put it down to just listen and hear. That's the Lyme disease that I've seen he suffered with. And it's so brutal, the treatment for that, so much of the time. It can affect everything in the body, but also the mental of just, it's just, you get sick of being sick. And how he rhymed all that. Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy. Oh, wow. And it's just, you end up feeling like you're just this experiment people are working on so much of the time. About to break, just it's too much. Like, I can't keep doing this anymore. Mentally, it is tearing me apart is the feeling. And how are you going to help? How are you going to help me? And I understand that in my office because I haven't had Lyme disease. I haven't been through it. I've treated people with it, but I can only sit with how you feel and what you're going through. And it's cool to just sit and listen to him tell his story here because he shows the emotion that goes with it. Listen to this.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy. Looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn cell. Poster boy, pass out. White noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient.
Oh, that's the facts. Medication has its place very often in treatment. And sometimes it's just the next thing that's there to cover up or mask things. And she's showing so little affect, just like, oh boy, sorry for you. Here's some more medication. And you'll be feeling worse when the side effects show. Oh my goodness. Like, it gives mental health such a bad image here because all she's doing is saying, tell me the symptoms. Let me give you the meds. Oh, well, that's just what happens. And that is not helpful in the situation.
So you'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Gosh, so much packed right into here. This is literally my favorite of the Ren songs I've heard. I know I said the last one was, but it was the upbeat, poppy one. This is packed with data. Like, this is a mental health professional like me's dream to be able to listen to him describe the process. Like, you don't understand. I'm going crazy, like literally drowning and telling myself to drown, boy, and drown, sucker. Like, just putting himself in that spot. So sad because you feel so overwhelmed and so exhausted. Nobody understands. Nobody can walk through that either. And she's just kind of smiling and like, oh, well, that's the way it goes. Listen to how he said that, though. I'm losing patience. Like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm walking hand in hand with Satan. Like, my mind is twisting me to the point where I can't do this anymore. Like, I am ready to just go ballistic. Medications are messing up, all the side effects that are happening, building up tolerance to it. Oh, never felt like I'm drowning with my feet upon, I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. He's standing there, but feeling like you're drowning. You know, usually when you're drowning, you're just sinking and you're submerged in water. Screaming and shouting and never making a sound. Can't find a way out. And there's nobody there to help at this moment. Listen to that.
Stuck or drown, stuck or drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out.
Oh, man. There, old big face person has all the blood all over. It's like now that helping person has become this person. And she is right about we have to go pinpoint. That's part of what we do with the EMDR. That's part of what we work with trauma, is to go back and find the initial experience that created all of the core beliefs in the brain that say, this is what my life's going to turn out to be. This is what I believe about myself. This is the negative belief. And so she's trying to get him to relax. First of all, just chill out, just settle. But if this guy is his image, no way there's going to be relaxing. It's going to come to his mind.
In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down and...
Wow, that was probably the most impactful set of lyrics of the entire song for me, to hear him say, nope, this is the first thing that comes to mind. It's not going to be a past experience that happened. It's going to be this moment right here where you're trying to help me. And I understand this is what gives my profession a very bad name at times, because we sit there, like that's the smile on our face, which I try really hard not to do, because I want to relate to people. But he sees that, I'm sure, like, oh, well, here, take these pills, deal with it, live with it, see you next week, that kind of thing. But he's calling out all of society. Like, this is what we have created in people. It's not me that's sick. It's what's going on all around me. And the way he just spilled that out, science tells us that it's suicide, and still we commit.
Off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pick, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy.
Yep.
Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke.
Oh, that is facts. He's got to be just, I mean, being an artist and being a creator, trying to figure out how to work the music industry. I can imagine what it's like when you're just trying to create art and you're trying to get it out to the world and with a message, but there's a certain system there. That's a sick system as well. And he's trying his cutthroat, and it is just brutal. And you can be really good at creating and you have really good content, but it doesn't get out for whatever reason. It's got to be brutal with playing with the mind, because that's what he wants to do.
Is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we...
Wow. What a visual there, right, of him, that I am just doing myself in here because it's gotten to that point. I can't cope with this anymore. This is too much for me to handle. And truthfully, there's not going to be a mental health professional that's going to walk in and just say, here, I can help you. There are ways to overcome trauma from the past. No doubt. We know that. And there are ways to be able to cope with what's going on in the present. But there are no ways when you get drowning and you get hit with wave after wave that everything can just all of a sudden get better. Because it sounds like he just wants to be better. I just want to live life and create and do the things I do without having one more thing happen to me, or without society telling me I'm this or that, or a doctor telling me I'm this or that.
Counterintelligence aside to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Oh, you hear that? While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, because I'm doing the same. We all feed into the same system. It's like, what are we going to have at the end? You're going to suck the life out of me here as an artist, as a creator, as a person, and just drain me of everything I have. And then what's left? They move on to the next one. What's so difficult? So mentally, for him to stay focused on, I'm going to create my music. I'm going to spread my message. There must be an order with these songs for him that I think I'm out of order with. Because this really would have helped very first to hear this song right away. And I'm so great because Josh is the one that recommended High Ren to start. And I wonder if I had seen this one first that would have tied into the High Ren, if it would have connected those two, because it describes so much of him and his mental health and well-being, the process of trying to heal and get better. Like a guy that really wants to get better and be happy and be fulfilled. But all the stuff in the head from past experience and what's going on now with him is scrambling all of that.
In myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Ren, sick boy. Wow. Josh, thank you so much for requesting that, because now I'm starting to appreciate so much the depth of what's behind what he's saying, and the way he puts it in with music and also rapping and a storytelling that is like opening a diary. Really incredible. Man, remember, this isn't real therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want professional help, check the link in the description of this video. Go to our Discord server. And remember, when all this is going on in our head, mental health does help. When you get good therapy, it does help. If you get bad therapy, it doesn't help. So this is an example of bad therapy. And when you get good therapy, everybody's not the same. Every doctor's not the same. Every chef isn't the same. Or cook in a restaurant is not the same. So if you get somebody that's good, they can help walk you through things in a way that helps you clear up the past so that you're not going back and having those trauma responses anymore. So you can deal with the depersonalization and you can understand how to get control of your life and actually live in a healthy way. It is possible. You can do it. And I encourage people to get help and keep looking if you haven't found the right help, because right help is out there. Remember, if you want more content, go to Patreon or YouTube and check out our new podcast channel. Man, to interview Ren one day would be incredible. The Reaction Therapy Podcast on YouTube. Go subscribe today. Leave us your comments, feedback, insight. Can't wait to hear what you think. And thank you for helping us spread mental health awareness to the world through music and lyrics. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.